if you're gonna watch a game and you want to look all cutesy and stuff, look all further. This is the video for you. This is a makeup inspired by the Reggae Girls. This is the first palette I'll be working with, and this was a live, so you'll see me talking in this video. So yeah, I'm basing my eyelids with a muse with an eyeshadow primer, and yeah, I'm just setting it with some translucent powder. Any translucent powder will do. So now it's time to create my shape. So I'm using the darkest purple within that palette, and I'm just creating the shape that I want, and I'm going for a floated wing. Yeah, so I'm just using a small detailing brush to create that. And as you know, we gotta go and make sure that it is dark enough, or it's to the intensity that we want the colors to be, because we want the colors to be very vibrant. So we got to go back in and make sure that the color is vibrant. Okay, making sure to pay attention to details, and that's what I'm doing right here, making sure my line, my edge is very sharp, because we love us a sharp wing. All right, so yeah. Now I'm taking a light purple out of the palette, and I'm using a Morphe M506 brush, and I am just making sure that the top part of the shape that we created is diffused properly, because we didn't want it to look too harsh, too sharp on top, because we're going to be cutting the crease. All right, yes, we're going to be cutting the crease. So this is it. I'm cutting my crease, and I'm using my Pileweez base in rumor number 2 or 3. I cannot remember, but yeah, I'm using a flat brush to do this. It's a concealer brush, and I make sure that I coat my edge, both corners of the brush, because guess what? You want the brush to be well saturated to have a nice glide. All right, and I'm making sure to take my time while doing this. And as you can see, I'm going in between that, because we're gonna create like a nice little shape right there. All right, so yeah, so I'm just making sure everything else is distributed downwards on my lid, and then I'm going to be buffing it out with a buffing brush. And then I'm going to be setting that with I think I used translucent powder to set it. Oh my god, this was so long ago, I don't remember, but yeah, you can use translucent powder or you can use eyeshadow, but I just wanted to look like flesh like. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I wanted it to look flesh like. So now I'm going to be using this pigment, and I'm just going to be creating a liner using the same Pileweez base. In this is Rumor Zero, so this is a white one, and I'm just creating a wing liner with the base, because we need a tacky base to so that the pigment can stick to. All right, so I'm just using another flat brush to apply this. You don't have to be well precise going downwards, but you got to be precise on the top, making sure that that thingy does not, that base does not go on top. All right, so we wanted the top part of the line to be sharp, so now I'm just buffing it out with the same buffing brush, and as you can see, I'm going downwards because I don't want that sharp line on the top. That's what I want to keep. So I'm just using a shader brush to pack my pigment on, and yeah, so I'm just packing it on. Be sure to stay within the line. All right, now we're gonna be taking some concealer. I think this was a concealer that was the same complexion as me. I don't remember, but yeah, you can use a concealer that's the same, or you can use a foundation. It doesn't matter. And I'm just cleaning up the edges because it is a wing liner, so I wanted it to look sharp. All right, sharp, sharp, sharp. So this is a time to clean up any mistakes that you have. You do not have to use a pigment like I did. You can use a liner, like a hydro liner from Silver Beauty, or paint or whatever, but This is the color yellow that I wanted, so that's why I opt for the pigment. All right, and as you can see, my line is well sharp and clean. So I'm just blending in so that everything can be uniform, and there's no line of demarcation everywhere else when I apply my foundation. All right, okay, this is a primer. I think I'm using Elegoo primer. I think, oh my god, or a silicone based primer. So this is calamine lotion. This is what I use to control my sweat, and I'm applying this in my T-zone area. All right, I will give you a detailed foundation routine in another video. All right, so this is just me applying the calamine lotion where I need it the most. All right, now I'm taking these two foundations right here. One is my complexion, one is my undertone. So I mix both of them, apply it on my face, and now I'm buffing it out with a foundation brush. Okay, as you can see, this foundation matched me well. To me, it was a tad, like when I say a tad, I mean a tad darker, but it worked out in my favor because by the time you contour and highlight, like everything that's snatched. So now I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Pure Beige, and this is what I'm going to be used to highlight, where I want to bring forward is where I'm going to put this concealer. All right, so the first three sections, this is what I like to use to buff it out. This is a Real Techniques brush, and I'm starting with my forehead, making sure not to mess my eyebrows up, even though I normally go in and redefine it. So I'm just buffing it out, buffing it out, buffing it out. All right, making sure that everything is well blended. Then I'm going to go into my chin, on my bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to be using a damp beauty sponge to do my under eye portion and just finesse the rest of it. All right, you do not have to use a brush to do the first three sections. You can use a sponge, and you don't have to use a sponge to do the under eye. You can use a brush, but I just like the blend of it when I use a sponge. This is why I do it this way. This is just my way of doing it. You can do whatever that floats your boat. All right, so I wanted a little more brightness on my under eye portion and the bridge of my nose. So what I did was I got a lighter concealer and I just went like a dot under my eye and on the bridge of my nose, and I'm just buffing it. I'm just blending it out with my the same damp beauty sponge, and this gives me a little bit more control. That's why I use a brush. Well, for me, that is. So yeah, I'm just using the brush to just go over the edges, making sure that we don't find where it starts and where it stops. We want a smooth blend. So it's time to set everything. So I'm just taking some translucent powder from LA Colors, and I think this is the one that says translucent. I'm using a powder puff to do this, and I'm just setting everywhere that we put the concealer just now. So my chin, my forehead, bridge of my nose, and under my eye. Be sure not to apply the powder directly as you take it out. Tap off some of the excess on your hand or on a tissue or something, because it's gonna be too much. Then you can bake afterwards. All right, now I'm going in with my Fit Me powder. I think it's oh my god, I forgot. I forgot the shade, but yeah. So I'm just using that everywhere else that I put my foundation, and I'm also using it to contour my nose. And then I'm going to be using my bronzing powder to go on the hollows of my cheek to contour, because I like to bronze, not contour, because I like to bring back warmth to my face. All right, as opposed to actually sculpting my face. Also, don't forget to hit that jawline just in case you have a double chin. I just think it's flattering, so that's why I do it. Okay, so I'm just making sure to redefine my little mole right there. So we're going to be adding some rhinestones. So I'm just placing some lash glue. You can use any glue that you want. This is what I choose, lash glue, and I'm just applying my rhinestones in where I see fit or where I think it looks more flattering. Okay, you do not have to do the same placement as me. You can choose whatever placement you so desire. So I finished my face, I added blush, I sprayed my face down, I added a nude lip, and this was the finished look. So I never ended up going to the game. It was a Reggae Girls game. I never ended up going for some reason. I thought maybe it was rain. I don't quite remember, but yeah. So this was my Reggae Girls inspired look. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. And until next time, mwah.